What's up? What is up? What is up? We are live. Now, before we get started, you know what we got to do. We got to play the intro. My bad, y'all. Playing the intro right now.
Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, don't give up, give up. Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, don't give up, give up. Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, don't give up, give up. Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, give up, give up, give up. I know you got doubts, but get to the bag. Just follow the dream and stick with the plan. I know you get worried.
Hey, yeah. What is up, everybody? It's your guy, J Red. Thank you for coming in the room. Waiting for some more people to come in before we get this discussion started. But make sure that you subscribe to YouTube, the YouTube channel, youtube.com/RedsView. It's been a lot going on. It's been a heavy debate going on all day. And you already know we got to get into it, but waiting for a couple more people to pop in here. If you haven't already, make sure that you follow me on Instagram and TikTok at JAYR3D. Also on Twitter at JAYR3D. All right, so some people piling all in here. It's a lot that we're going to discuss, man. This has been a very, very interesting debate all day. As you know, if you see in the headlines or if you see the thumbnail, we're talking about Jay-Z, ladies and gentlemen. Hova was talking about he didn't think that anybody can battle him in a versus battle. So, man, we gotta talk about that, man. But thank you everybody for supporting me thus far. Everybody, all the subscribers, all the followers, everybody. You know what I'm saying? I love when people come in and we can have a nice conversation about this. I told everybody I was going live. Came in a little bit early, but yeah, man. Hope everybody's having a happy holiday. Christmas is a couple of days away, so I hope everybody gets a lot of presents. But we got some stuff to talk about, man. Let me know that you're in the room. If you're watching right now, hit that like button or hit that fire emoji. Let J Red know that you are in the building, ready to talk about this. If y'all are excited to talk about Jay-Z saying that nobody can battle him, if you got your picks and choosers on who could battle Hov, let me know. Hit that fire emoji right now, whether you're on Twitter, Facebook, or YouTube. Let me know you up in here, man. Just say hi, hit the waving hand or something like that. But anyway, y'all, man. So, as you know, Jay-Z, of course, said that there's nobody on the stage that could battle him on the versus stage. Nobody could battle him on the versus stage. And what we're going to do is we're going to play exactly what he said so we can get everything verbatim. All right. So give me a second. We're going to pull this up. He was actually on Twitter Space talking about this, and it has been sending everybody a haywire. Listen to this.
And on that stage with me, I ain't gonna lie, no disrespect. Everyone's amazing. And know what they've done.
Oh, let me start it over.
No one just
let me start it over.
Nobody stand on that stage with me. I ain't gonna lie, no disrespect. Everyone's amazing. And know what they've done. No one just stand on that stage. I'm just telling you guys the real. Like, it's not a shot. There's not a chance in hell that anyone can stand on that stage with me for I don't know how long it is. 2 hours, 1 hour, 2 hours.
Right.
I gotta stand in front of the Grammy family freestyle live. No one's ever even seen me perform that. Like, you gotta stand in front of that. That ain't gonna never happen. Let's move on from verses and let's get back to the Miss Keys album.
All right. So that's what took place yesterday for everybody who's piling on in here, okay? Jay-Z said that there's not a chance in hell that anybody could take him on in a versus battle. Now, one thing I want to get out the way. Let's talk about this. Jay-Z is the GOAT. Jay-Z is the greatest of all time. I'm going to say that again. Jay-Z arguably is the greatest of all time. Now, the reason I say this is because you got to look at the statistics, right? There hasn't been any other rapper that has been able to last as many generations as Jay-Z did. He came out in 96, and to this day, to this day, he could still put out an album and it can go number one. And he's 53, 54, something like that. I think he's like 53. But besides maybe like Dr. Dre in that age range, there's no other rapper that can still go like Jay-Z can at this particular point from where he came from. I'm talking about artists from the 80s, artists from the 90s, early 2000s, whatever, right? Well, I'm gonna just say artists from the 80s and in the 90s. There's no other rapper that has had that many number one albums before. I think Jay-Z has had like 13 albums, and 11 of them, I want to say 10 or 11 have went number one. I think he's the most nominated Grammy artist, I want to say. Sold millions of records. And he's lasted from 96 all the way up until now. And he can still put out an album right now and it could break the internet. There's no other rapper that came from the 90s or the 80s that can do that to this day. Now, is Jay-Z my personal favorite rapper? No. I wasn't even always a Jay-Z fan, but I've always respected who he was, what he represented. He's a hip-hop billionaire now, and you can't deny the truth. He is the GOAT of hip-hop. Before him, definitely was LL Cool J, in my opinion. But if you're talking about relevancy, you're talking about music, like he still drops classic albums. 444, people consider that a classic album. So let's get that out the way. Jay-Z is the GOAT. All right. I don't think there's really not anybody else that you can compare him to from his longevity wise. All right. Now, next thing we're going to talk about. Who could battle Jay-Z in a versus? Who could take on Jay-Z in a versus battle? Now, if you're watching on YouTube, you see the thumbnail. I got 3 rappers. Well, really 1 rapper, 2 artists. 1 rapper, 2 artists on that side, whichever side that it's on. And Jay-Z's just looking at them like, whatever, right? But that's the question. Who could really battle him? Now, people have been throwing names out there, right? People have been talking about Lil Wayne. They've been talking about Drake. They've been talking about Kanye. I even saw somebody talk about Andre 3000. But realistically, what Jay-Z said was cocky, but you have to ask the question. When you look at statistics, the errors, how many hits, all that stuff, right? You have to keep in mind versus battle, 20 songs. I say it again all the time. 20 songs versus 20 songs. Okay? Now, are there other artists that have 20 songs or have a lot of hits or as many hits as Jay-Z? You damn right. Drake does. Lil Wayne does. Kanye does. I agree with that. However, can those rappers compete with Jay-Z on the verses? Because what happens with verses is you're going to have those 20 songs go against each other, but you got to see how those songs pair up to each other. Okay? First of all, you have to have 20 hits. Jay-Z has 20 hits. He put out 13 albums and had hit records on pretty much all of them, except maybe Reasonable Doubt, because that was slept on at first, right? But it's still considered a hip-hop classic. If you're watching right now, hit that fire emoji. Let me know that you're in the room. Say something in the comments. But 20 hits versus 20 hits. Jay-Z had a hit on every album, pretty much every album that he's put out. Okay? And he's had 13 albums. And like I said, 11 of them went number one. So you really have to sit and think, who could really go against this man? Who could really go against Jay-Z? You have to be realistic about it. So we're going to talk about the first name that I saw that I think was ridiculous, okay? Andre 3000. Now, I love Outkast. Love Andre 3 Stacks. But let's get this shit off. Let's stop talking about this, man. Let's be serious, okay? Andre 3000 never put out a solo album. People called him, one of the GOATs or the GOAT in the top 5 or whatever like that. No disrespect, but Andre 3000 ain't no match for Jay-Z when you talk about a versus battle. And if you're talking about hit for hit, what is Andre 3000 gonna play? Now if you want Outkast against Jay-Z, you could do that, but that's stupid. Why would Outkast? That's a group going against rather going against Jay-Z. So stop talking about Andre 3000. Andre 3000 is not the GOAT of rap. He's one of the dopest lyricists of rap, but we got to stop this GOAT talk when it comes to Andre 3000. He's the greatest of all time at something. Andre 3000 is the greatest of all time of not putting out a solo album. I'll give him that. All right. No shade to Andre 3 Stacks, but he's not in this conversation right now. We gotta stop this. For those who saying Andre 3000, no match for Jay-Z. Now, let's talk about somebody else. Drake. How many of y'all think that Drake is a good matchup for Jay-Z in a Verzuz battle? If you're watching right now, let me know how many of y'all think that Drake and Jay-Z will be a good Verzuz battle, and B, Drake could go against Jay-Z in a Verzuz. How many of y'all? Just let me know who really thinks that. Just to let me know I'm not tripping. Let's see some people in the comments. Okay, let's see. My bad. I'm looking at on Facebook right now. I see y'all on Facebook looking. Okay. Grammys don't mean anything. Okay, Roland, I see you. Wheezy. Okay. It's a hit for hit match. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. A hit for hit match. Drake. Now let's look at the matchup. Does Drake have 20 hits? Yes, he does. He has more than 20. When we're thinking about music against music, does Drake really have enough rap records to compete with Jay-Z? Because I don't want to hear Find Your Love. I don't want to hear Hotline Bling against Jay-Z. Jay-Z got to, like, come on, man. Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt. When you think about Reasonable Doubt, The Blueprint, those songs have a lot of B-sides that can go against Drake shit. Now, Drake has hit records, but I would rather see Drake go against somebody else. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who, maybe Wayne or somebody like that, but y'all got to stop this shit. Like, his songs, man, like half of Drake's song list is going to be some soft kind of R&B hits when you think about it. So realistically, that's what we got to think about. Who could be a good matchup against that? Because what is Drake going to play the 99 Problems? What is Drake going to play the song right? And for you, because shout out to Roland. I know you watching Roland. Now, Roland, you were talking about a HBCU battle. A lot of y'all are thinking about the Southeastern region, right? Wayne is very popular nationally. Drake is popular nationally and stuff like that, right? But y'all were talking about Jay-Z can't be played in the club. So you mean to tell me niggas in Paris can't be played in the club? Of course, you said Big Pimpin'. PSA, people still go ape shit over this type of, like, these records. Like, y'all are tripping as if Jay-Z is just only accepted in New York and nowhere else. Can Wayne sell out Madison Square Garden 2 nights in a row? But let's stick with Drake. Drake is not a good matchup. Drake is not a good matchup when it's Jay-Z. Now, I think that Drake could be a good matchup to, like I said, Lil Wayne, Kanye, Snoop Dogg, somebody like that. But when we think about Jay-Z, we're thinking about rap. And you got your love songs and different things like that. But come on, man. Drake, I don't think Drake will be a good matchup. Not discrediting Drake, but Drake ain't got enough rap hits to go against Jay-Z. So let's carry on, all right? Now let's talk about the hot topic right now. Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. So y'all say Lil Wayne. Y'all say Lil Wayne can beat. Y'all think that Lil Wayne can beat Jay-Z in a rap battle? I mean, not in a rap battle, but a Verzuz battle. Y'all think that? Shout out to everybody in the room. Shout out to my nigga Daniel. Shout out to Roland. Shout out to Jeremy. Shout out to all y'all watching. Yeah, it's quite a few of y'all watching. Electric. Shout out to y'all. All right. Listen up, man. Okay, my question is, what songs can Lil Wayne play against Jay-Z? Give me the songs. I want to see what songs do you feel like would win in a round with Jay-Z songs. Give them to me. Let me see. What y'all got? What y'all got? The Mob. The Mob. Okay. No. It's hit for hit. I agree. This is hit for hit. What Lil Wayne songs can play against Jay-Z songs? Leather So Soft, Miss My Dogs. Bro, y'all gotta think outside of what we grew up listening to in Mobile or what we grew up listening to in the South. Ain't nobody finna be like in a versus battle on a national stage. Miss My Dogs was not a popular Lil Wayne song. Leather So Soft was cool, but you can't play that against no PSA. You can't play that against Big Pimpin'. You can't play that shit against Dead Presidents. Are you serious? What else y'all got? Fireman? Bro, y'all have to think outside. Everything that you... Okay, let's do this. Because what y'all gonna do is bring up mixtape tracks. That's what y'all love doing. Bring up mixtape. Everybody don't know those mixtape tracks. I love Lil Wayne. I grew up on Lil Wayne. But we're talking about a versus battle. Where everybody is watching. The Mob, Fireman, those weren't hits. Y'all talking about some damn B-sides. But let's do this. Since y'all can't name me any good ones, I'm going to go just off the limb, go to Apple Music, and let's see Lil Wayne's Essentials. Y'all ready? We got a Millie. I think that could go against a Jay-Z song. Right above it with Drake. No. Love Me. Long as my bitches love me. No. She Will. No. 6 foot, 7 foot. Cool song. No. Drop the World with Eminem. No. Lollipop. Go DJ? Yes. Go DJ. I'm fucking with that. Bling Bling? Of course. Right? Now, let's talk about the Wayne features. Of course. Back That Ass Up? Yes. Some of those Cash Money tracks? Yeah. But Got Money? John? Mrs. Officer? Uproar? What else we got? And I'm reading off of Apple's Essential playlist, okay? Now, when you think about the Essential playlist, they put together songs that have notoriety according to Lil Wayne's fan base nationally. That's what I'm reading off of. Bedrock was dope. Hustler Music, yeah. Mona Lisa, no. The Block is Hot. Dope song going against Jay-Z, no. I'm Single. Bro, these are not good enough to go against Hove. These are not that good to go against Hove. Best Rapper Alive, dope. But come on, man. Now I'm going to go through Jay-Z's Essentials, okay? Now, for the ones who claim that they don't know Jay-Z like that, Jay-Z ain't really hitting no shit in the South, all that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Let's read this off. Public service announcement. Come on, y'all. Y'all know what the... Come on. Niggas in Paris, classic. Hard Knock Life, Big Pimpin', Dirt Off Your Shoulder, Nigga What, Nigga Who, Izza, H to the Izzo, V to the Izzy, Can't Knock the Hustle, Encore, fucking Brooklyn's Finest with Biggie. What does Wayne have to go against that? The Rock Boys in the building. Money Cash Holes, 444, Dead Presidents. Come on, man. Come on. Let me see what y'all saying now. Stunned like my daddy. Rolling. Bro. What I'm trying to say is this. Wayne doesn't have a lot of content or substance in his music. We know Wayne for killing verses. Now, rap-wise, I think that Wayne is one of the dopest, if not one of like the dopest lyricists. Like as far as like, there's never been anybody that had metaphors and similes like Lil Wayne. I'll give you that. But this isn't a rap battle. We're talking about songs for songs. Like these songs, I'm talking about like, name me this. There are like 4 Jay-Z classic albums that worldwide people will call classics. I'm going to name those for you. Reasonable Doubt, The Blueprint, The Black Album, and 444. All right? Reasonable Doubt, The Black Album, Blueprint, and 444. With Lil Wayne, his albums, I can only name maybe one that I consider to be a classic personally, but I don't know if hip-hop does. Carter 1. That to me is a classic Lil Wayne album. Now, when you talk about mixtapes, of course, the drought, dope mixtapes. And I think what people are getting confused is that Wayne was putting out so much music at that time. But when you think about substance and content, those songs were really just mixtape verses. That's what they were. Now, I'm not discrediting Wayne, but we're talking about hit for hit. Those songs come on like, bro, the Carter 2 was a dope album. I get it, right? But you play those, Jay-Z, off of every Jay-Z album, he pretty much has a hit record. What hit record did Lil Wayne have on Carter 5? And let's go back. I want to go back. I'm going back on how far I used to listen to Lil Wayne. On The Block Is Hot, that album that came out, The Block Is Hot, that was the only hit I feel like may have been on there that was like a big hit. Then after that, the second album that he had, y'all weren't listening to Lil Wayne. Really, when you talk about Lil Wayne, you thinking about Lil Wayne from Carter 1 all the way up until now. That's what you're thinking about. Hov may have had more singable, rappable, but they're still hits. Wayne, Show Me What You Got, kills Jay. Oh my God. Oh my God. So you mean to tell me if Jay-Z plays Show Me What You Got, and then Wayne comes and plays his version, the crowd gonna go for Wayne's? You mean to tell me that? No, I was there for Lights Out. Okay, Roland, I had to check on you. I had to check to make sure that you knew what I was talking about. But yeah, Lights Out. Now, I like Shine. Shine was a dope record. And don't get me wrong, y'all. I fuck with Wayne. I love Wayne. Love Wayne to death. But when you're talking about taking on Jay-Z, the songs that Jay-Z has, and I just named some of just the regular records, man. We could talk about the B-sides, the Takeover. You could talk about Takeover. Like, you know, Wayne got mixtape tracks, y'all, but like those mixtape tracks don't hit like those authentic, no pun intended, but those pure rap tracks. Jay-Z's one album, he got albums that can compete with Wayne. And remember, 20 hits versus 20 hits. Y'all talking about Hustlers music and the Mob and all that shit. Y'all talking about some, okay, all right. Give me 5 songs. I want y'all to give me 5 songs. 5 songs that you feel like can win in 5 rounds. All right, give me 5 songs that you feel like can win rounds automatically from Wayne. Go ahead. No, if Lil Wayne Swag Surfing was better than the original one, they would be playing Lil Wayne's Swag Surfing over the original one. I'm a DJ. I was just at the Jackson State game. Everybody was lit off of Swag Surfing, the originals. Wayne killed it, but no. We rocked to FLY, whatever the fuck their name was. Okay, you said Hustler music. What else, Roland? I said name 5. Give me 5 Wayne tracks. Give me 5 Wayne tracks that can automatically win a round with Jay-Z. And I'm waiting. I'm looking at it on Facebook right now. I'm looking at y'all. Shout out to everybody watching. Shout out to everybody watching, especially if you're watching on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. We're getting heavy. Best rapper alive. Okay, Daniel. You said best rapper alive. Okay, keep going, y'all. A Millie. Okay, all right. So Jeremy said a Millie. I need a hot girl. He said a Millie. I need a hot girl. Uptown, go DJ, and she will. She will. She will. That dry ass song with Drake. Are you serious? Electress. He don't. That's what I'm saying. He does not. A Millie and go DJ. I feel I can win some rounds. I do. But y'all niggas talking about some day. I need a hot. Now listen. I love I Need a Hot Girl. Classic. I'm talking about it going against Jay-Z though. What can go against Jay-Z? Uptown cannot go against no damn Jay-Z. And when y'all think, see, the thing is, I'm making you really think about it. I'm breaking this shit down, and y'all can't really come up with anything with substance. Wayne does not have substance when you look at his catalog. Carter 3 was pretty much a mixtape. Now, Wayne was killing records back then, but after Carter 3, what hit records what records do Wayne really have that was just like monumental? That was like everybody remember, because he stopped making hit records after Carter 3. She Will was a hit, a minor hit by default. What was that? 6 foot, 7 foot. Carter 4, man. Nobody was talking about Carter 4 like that. And then don't let me get started on Carter 5. And y'all don't even remember. Funeral came out last year. Nobody was talking about that damn album. Fireman. I agree that Thug and them don't have substance, but they do have hits. I give them that. But we're talking about a versus battle going against Jay-Z. Now, Thug and Wayne can probably go against each other. Cool. No substance versus no substance. But when we're comparing songs to comparing songs. Y'all talk about these mixtape tracks, people going to be looking like, okay, what's that? A lot of us know about it, and Wayne did get a lot of his clout and fame and notoriety from those mixtape tracks, but they can't go against hoes. Well, yeah, Wayne would destroy Thug. Of course he would. Of course he would. Now, I would like to see Wayne go against Tip or Wayne go against Drake for sure. For sure. Electra said, I think he meant the substance of the hits. That's how I look. Yeah, the substance. It's substance. As far as what's relatable, most of what Wayne rap, that's like Wayne don't really have any like content. Like he got hit records and they're catchy and he says some phenomenal shit. But when you go back and look at it, there ain't really no substance. Like Song Cry by Jay-Z is substance. Okay? The whole 444 album was substance. Okay? Jay-Z was telling stories and different things like that. Wayne ain't no story, no discredit to Wayne, but Wayne ain't no storytelling type of rapper. That's just not him. He's a beast on the mic. He's a freestyler. He's a lyricist. He's, you know what I'm saying? I hate to, belittle him to mixtape rap, but I mean, shit, that's what he was pretty much doing. That's pretty much what he was doing. No, listen. So lyrically, Jay-Z, you said, I said lyrically, Jay-Z ain't the GOAT. I think that Nas is a better rapper than Jay-Z, but can Nas win a versus battle against Jay-Z, or does Nas have as many hits as Jay-Z has? We know that's not true. Jay-Z isn't my favorite rapper of all time, but he's the greatest of all time when you look at all his accomplishments, longevity, accolades, all that shit. Dr. Carter. Okay, y'all tripping on this, man. Y'all are really Dr. Carter, dope track, but bro, he plays that in listen, y'all are naming B-sides. Dr. Carter was not a hit record. You said She Will went number 3. Yeah, but if he plays that really wasn't a memorable track. When we think of Lil Wayne, we don't think of She Will. Honestly, Jeremy, like when I saw your list, you put She Will on there. I didn't see nobody talking about She Will. Mostly when we talk about Wayne, we talk about just like the mixtape tracks, Go DJ, Fireman. I'm talking about like singles. Daniel said, no, not Dr. Carter. Dr. Carter is a B-side. And Roland, I'm waiting for you to name me 5 tracks that Wayne has that can automatically win a round or win rounds against Jay-Z, because y'all not naming any. I think that this is a regional debate versus a national debate. I'm taking myself out of it. Keep in mind, y'all, I was never a Jay-Z fan. I wasn't listening, as Daniel, I wasn't listening to Jay-Z back when I was in high school. He used to come on the radio and shit like that, and I've always followed him, but I was never a Jay-Z fan per se. My first Jay-Z album I ever bought was Blueprint 3. And that's because I started getting bored with a lot of the rap that was out. So I was like, I might as well listen to OGs that at least going to put out good material. And then gradually I went back and started listening to his shit. And I mean, he has classic albums. So this isn't me being biased. I think y'all are being biased. I'm not biased in this situation, but I'm just stating the facts. If you talking about longevity, come on, man. Come on. Exactly. What Daniel just said, it was all Wayne, Boys in the Hood, Bone. Bruh, I wasn't a Jay-Z fan, but I'm just stating what I feel like is the obvious. I love Wayne. I grew up listening to Wayne more than Jay-Z, but I know that the tracks I like won't be able to compete against Jay-Z's track in a versus battle. Jay-Z got songs with Beyonce. Jay-Z got songs with Biggie, like just the whole fucking industry. Wayne does too. Don't get me wrong. Wayne does too, but I just feel like they're damn near different eras. But Daniel say he's biased. What Future said about 444, that's how we feel about that shit. Well, look, since I've been talking about that, let me tell y'all who I think that Jay-Z could battle. That will be, I'm not saying that these people will beat him, but I feel like these people, it'll be a worthy battle. Kanye West, number one, without question. Now, the reason I say Kanye West is because production-wise, him and Jay-Z had some of, they work together a lot. They've had similar type of music, and Kanye has substance and content. Kanye isn't even really a rapper. Well, he raps, but he has other people write raps. But I feel like his songs are more solid to go against Jay-Z and will definitely win rounds. Kanye could probably even beat Jay-Z in a versus battle. Truthfully, he probably could if he plays his songs right. However, I'm not saying that he will definitely win, but he's a worthy ass opponent. Definitely Kanye West. Definitely Kanye West. Kanye gotta be like the top prospect. I would feel like number one as far as what would be a good battle. Come on, man. Kanye for sure. I could definitely see Kanye and Drake going. I mean, Kanye and Jay-Z going at it. Because I mean, it's they have similarities in the music, and mostly what this will go down with, like if you play All Falls Down, you can play Song Cry, right? You play Through the Wire, you could play Dead Presidents. Those are like more of like the same element of the tracks that I'm talking about. Man, when you play if you play Lil Wayne against Jay-Z, some's gonna want to get you lit. The other one make you be like, damn, that shit takes me back. You know what I'm saying? Like damn near pretty much how Bone versus 3-6 was, right? 3-6 had nothing but club bangers. Nothing but club bangers. 3-6 ain't got no substance neither. Bone had more versatility, right? But the energy, 3-6 had a lot of that energy and shit like that. But Bone are the better rappers and shit like that. But Bone didn't strategically put their shit together to go against 3-6. But we know who the better rappers are. Okay, somebody said Eminem. Eminem. Anybody feel Eminem could go against Jay-Z? Does anybody feel like Eminem, Liquid Fist says Eminem could go against Jay-Z in a versus battle? Anybody feel like Eminem? As great as Eminem is, I don't think that he could go against Jay-Z in a versus battle, because I'm trying to think of, does he have 20 hits that could go against Jay-Z? I don't know. Roland said M can't even see Wayne. Eminem, I don't think that Eminem has 20, but even if he did, like, I don't know. They really kind of in two different brackets, in my opinion. Eminem, I think Eminem could go better against Buster, because it's, the energy, and then, like they're very animated and stuff like that. I just think that Jay-Z and Eminem are two different wavelengths. But definitely Kanye West is on my list that could battle Jay-Z. Now let's keep going. Who else do I think that could battle Jay-Z? Now this may be unpopular opinion, but Nas. That's right, Nas. Now, for nostalgic purposes only, and because of the beef that they had previously only, I think that Nas could go against Jay-Z. Now, does Nas have 20 like well-known hits to go against Jay-Z? No. But Nas has B-sides that he can kind of put together to go against him. And I think for the culture, it'll be fun to see. But Jay-Z got too many hits over Nas. I don't think that Nas would win, but it would be fun to see Nas go against Jay-Z. For sure, without question. Terry said M and all them drown his mama songs can't compete with Jay. I agree. That's what I'm saying. He talk about killing his mama, killing Kim, like all that crazy white boy shit, right? No disrespect to white people, but I just don't see Eminem going against Jay-Z. Not in the verses. It'll be, I ain't gonna lie, it'll probably be fun to see just because those are like two of the biggest rap artists ever, but you know. Roller said Nas gonna play Uchiwali. I mean, he'll have to. But Nas could play Hate Me Now. Of course, Ether. Like Ether could go against any Jay-Z track. He could play some songs from Illmatic. If I Rule the World with Lauryn Hill, you know, and then plus they're from New York, so that'll be a great battle for nostalgic purposes only. That's who I feel like, you know, it'll be a nice battle to see. However, like I said, I don't think that I know Nas can't beat Jay-Z in the versus battle, and I'm a big ass Nas fan. Y'all see how I'm not being biased? You see how I have my picks and chooses and my favorites and shit like that, but I'm not being biased. I'm being 100% realistic. 100% realistic. Got Yourself a Gun? Yeah, that's a cool song. He could play that, but come on, man. He could play that. DMX? Yeah, Roland said DMX. DMX, but yeah. DMX could have been a good, because you remember DMX went against Snoop early. Well, what was that? Yeah, last year. RP to DMX, but I didn't think that was a good matchup because the energy level was just kind of different, and Snoop definitely had more hits than DMX. I don't know if DMX had a solid 20. When I'm thinking about like Kanye and Jay-Z, right? I know for sure 20 versus 20, they don't even have to play B-sides. They have like, whether it's features or their own songs, they actually have 20 songs, according to Billboard, that could go against each other, that everybody knows. A lot of time in these versus battles, folks will start playing their B-sides that people haven't heard of. Maybe your fan base has, but everybody don't know. Now, this may be unpopular, but I feel like Snoop Dogg. I feel like Snoop could go against Jay-Z in a versus battle. You heard me. I feel like Snoop would be cool to go against Jay-Z in a versus battle. Pete, shout out to PJ. He said, right, Bone definitely should have had more strategy. Lazy should have been the guy letting Crazy and Busy lose on some loose on acapella spit rap. Yeah. I agree. I feel like Bone should have won that for sure. I'll talk about that a little later. But definitely Snoop Dogg. Now, the reason I say Snoop Dogg is because longevity-wise, if you talk about Snoop came out on the scene in like 92 when he was on the Deep Cover soundtrack and stuff, and Snoop still is relevant to today, right? Now, I'm not saying he can still sell 1 million albums or he'll go number one, but Snoop can definitely make a hit record in 2021 going into 2022. His last hit, I think, was Smile Bitch with Lil Duval. So Snoop still be out here making music, and Snoop and Jay-Z have been able to transcend in those different generations, coming out of the 90s, going into the early 2000s, mid 2000s, you know what I'm saying, and on. Now, Snoop hasn't had just a whole bunch of hits in like the last 10 years, but he's still been having, a couple of jams. So I think Snoop could go against Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could play. Snoop got a lot of bangers. You said Snoop has at least a better chance against him than Weezy. Terry, you ain't lying. Snoop got a little bit more substance than Wayne. Now, Snoop, when you think of Snoop, you don't think about this super lyrical dude, but when you talk about hits, I mean, Murder Was the Case. That song has substance. You know what I'm saying? Little Ghetto Boy, that has substance. Like, Snoop got a lot of party records, but Snoop also got some type of content. You know what I'm saying? But I think that people would be more excited. People, put it like this, people would definitely be excited. People would definitely be excited to see Lil Wayne go against Jay-Z. I'm not taking that away from the conversation, right? But I feel like, he wouldn't be the best matchup. But Snoop, I definitely see Snoop going against Jay-Z. Now, this is somebody else that I've been thinking about. How y'all feel about LL Cool J? LL Cool J going against Jay-Z. Reason I'm saying that, because LL Cool J was the first one talking about GOAT. The first time anybody heard greatest of all time as GOAT was LL Cool J, because that's what he named his album after. There's been no rapper that made hits in the 80s, pretty much the beginning of rap. Rap came out like in the late 70s, but the hit records and notoriety started happening in the 80s. LL Cool J was the first artist signed to Def Jam and lasted all the way into the mid-2000s. So he was the first GOAT. He was really the GOAT before Jay-Z became GOAT. It was LL Cool J, in my personal opinion. I mean, just simply for the fact that nigga lasted through the 80s with Run DMC and then went to the early 90s when the West Coast took over. And then he transcended into, you know, the flashy, shiny suit era with Diddy and shit. And then he came back with Love You Better with the Neptunes and stuff, and he was lasting. What y'all think about LL Cool J? Terry said Snoop has way more hits than Wayne. How y'all feel about that? But I was thinking about LL Cool J. I was thinking about LL Cool J for sure. But LL gonna play heads front. I'm gonna be able to stop laughing. Oh, that's funny. Don't do LL like that. I just think LL might be, you know, he might be a little worthy, just a little bit. Does LL have 20 hits? I feel like he does. He could compete. Yes, that's what I'm saying, man. You gotta think, man. Before, I mean, shit, just about every album LL had up until recently, he had a hit on every album. I'm Bad. Was it they called The Predator or something like that? Mama Said Knock You Out. Like, we got to think about all, you know, generations. Now, generational thing, I don't know if Jay-Z and LL will be good, but LL was making hits in the 90s, 2000s. You got to give LL. You said you think LL could win. I ain't going to say he can win now. I'm just saying it would be probably a cool battle to see, but I don't think LL could win. I don't think LL could win. If we do, Roland said, if we're doing 10 songs, though, 50 can definitely hang with Jay. Hell yeah, 50 can. Yes. 50 Cent, don't get it to 50 Cent could have a versus battle. I mean, he would have to really squeeze in together between his 3 albums that he put out and the G-Unit songs that he had in the features. Yeah, 50 Cent can have a decent versus battle. We wanted to see him go against Ja Rule. You know what I'm saying? But like the word now, let me ask y'all this. So since we talked about Jay-Z, who could battle him and everything like that, who would you like to see in a versus battle? Who would you, the people, the fans, the culture, who would you like to see in a versus battle? Because honestly, I don't see Jay-Z ever actually doing a versus battle. I see Lil Wayne doing one because he came out for the Bone versus 3-6 battle. He came out for the Bone versus 3-6 battle. But one in particular I would want to see. I think Lil Wayne and T.I. can have a good versus battle. I think Busta and Eminem can have a good versus battle. For sure. You saying Juvenile? I don't know if Juvenile got 20 hits. Even with the B-sides, I don't think Juvenile has 20 hits. If you're watching right now, hit that fire. Do me a favor. Hit that fire emoji in the chat. In the chat, the comments, hit the fire emoji so everybody can know that we're having a great debate right now. If you're watching it also on Facebook, hit that share button for me. All right? Hit that share button for me right now on Facebook. Do your boy a favor. Just hit the share button. And then hit the Ascending Key Beast. What's up, man? What is up, bro? Also, yeah, hit that fire emoji if you up in here. Thank you. Appreciate it. Chris Brown versus Drake will break the viewers' records. Chris Brown. That'd be funny. It's you saying not saying Juvenile against Jay-Z. No, I know. Like not Juvenile against Jay-Z. I'm saying I don't think Juvenile really would go against anybody really. If you're talking about 20 for 20, I don't think it'll get a lot of viewership, honestly. I love Juvie, you know what I'm saying? It would have to be, I could see it more of like a Cash Money versus somebody else, like No Limit type of thing, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, Eminem and Busta, because Busta always complaining about Nobody wanting to battle him, and people scared of him. I don't think that people are scared to battle Busta. I just think that people ain't interested in seeing Busta probably battle. I mean, when you think about it, because he's just a different type of rapper, and I don't know. I'm not really interested in seeing Busta really do, a versus battle with anybody, maybe besides Missy and or Eminem. Like I said, it got to be somebody animated. I don't want to see Busta and T.I. I don't want to see Busta and Lil Wayne. Like, I just don't think nobody really wants to battle him because it's probably not exciting to see. He said Juvenile can't see Birdman. Now, real talk though, Roland, you about right. I mean, I'm not saying Juvenile's a better. Birdman is a better rapper than Juvie, but Birdman has had more hits. I think at this point, with the combination of him with Lil Wayne after the whole early Cash Money era, he got 20 maybe with Rich Gang, all that stuff. Yeah, Busta is unorthodox. Busta is definitely unorthodox. I just don't see anybody. Like I said, it ain't really nobody really battle him, and it'll be, maybe I'm about to say if he battled one of the Wu-Tang niggas, but they already kind of battled each other. I'm just not interested in seeing it. I don't think it'll get a lot of viewership. But back to my original point, I don't see anybody really take it. They put it like this: people could probably take on Hove, but I don't think that they will win in the long haul. I don't think that they will win a long haul. Did everybody see the Bone versus 3-6 versus battle? People are saying that was like one of the best versus battle or the best versus battle thus far. How did y'all feel about that? Redman and Method Man with Busta gonna kill them too. Yeah, Redman and Method Man would be cool. But y'all saw the Bone versus 3-6 one. The next versus battle gonna have to match that energy because now it's a safety concern now. After Busy threw that damn bottle, boy, man, yeah, it was definitely fun. It was definitely fun. GD says LL Busta Rhymes Ice Cube. Now, Ice Cube, it'll be interesting to see Ice Cube go against somebody. I see Ice Cube maybe going against LL, and Ice Cube maybe going against Scarface. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna sit here and tell you that I'm a Scarface fan. I think Scarface is cool, but definitely. You said it was more of Bone Thugs versus the industry. Yeah, pretty much. Like I said, I was disappointed because I feel like Bone, even I saw an interview with Crazy today. He was mad at the DJ for playing Buddha Lovers during the whole ordeal. It's like they didn't pick the right songs to go against 3-6 Mafia at that particular time. You said Bone and 3-6 was like my third favorite verses. Yeah, for sure. You only said Scarface don't have 20. Probably not. Roland said the Locks and Dipset had the best crowd participation. It was unmatched. I ain't gonna lie. The Bone and 3-6 one was listen, I'm a big Bone fan, right? But I felt like the battle was like kind of an uneven matchup, but I agree with Roland. That damn Dipset and the Locks battle, Jadakiss showed his ass on that one. That was real fun to watch because it was in New York. You know what I'm saying? You could feel the tension and all that stuff. Now, the Bone and 3, I think people saying the Bone and 3-6 one strictly for the fact of the drama that happened. All the build up to it, Busy throwing the bottle, them fighting, and then them coming back and, doing their thing. But I think that it was kind of, an uneven matchup anyway. But definitely the Locks and Dipset. Locks and Dipset was dope as hell. But yeah, Ice Cube could definitely go against somebody. You said Scarface don't have 20. Yeah, probably not. Ice Cube got songs he could play with NWA, West Side Connection, you know what I'm saying, Dr. Dre, and his solo material. So I really want to see Ice Cube go against somebody. R&B wise, do you have anybody you want to see? Who could Chris Brown go against R&B wise? Because realistically, for one, if he was still living, nobody could touch Michael Jackson in the versus battle. He's locked up, but R. Kelly is the only one I could see that possibly could go against. Well, Michael Jackson and Prince could go at it, but R&B wise, like just straight up R&B wise, I don't think anybody can go against R. Kelly for sure. Roland said Jada made him feel like he was from New York. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But yeah, I think has anybody seen I'm gonna talk about something else real quick. Has anybody seen the Black Youngster, that new Black Youngster video of him and Dolph? Well, he's disrespecting Dolph, you know, with the video. He's actually I don't want to get a copyright strike, but Black Youngster is actually like, you know, got a shovel. He's in the graveyard and talking shit. You know what I'm saying? People feel like it's being disrespectful towards Dolph and all that. But I'm like, the niggas had beef, you know? Shit. So ain't like he didn't try to shoot him up before. So I wasn't surprised about that. Yeah, R. Kelly is smashing anybody. Ain't nobody fucking with R. Kelly when it comes to a versus battle, dog. Nobody. I think that, like I said, maybe Michael Jackson, but to them, like, you know, I think Michael Jackson is along the line with Prince. That's the battle that everybody would want to see. But ain't nobody touching R. Kelly in no versus battle. Ain't nobody touching R. Kelly in the versus battle. For real. But versus gotta, you know, they really gotta come up with something big, because like I said, that Bone versus 3-6 was major with everything that happened. I'm curious to see what they got next coming up. But yeah, with Jay-Z, that's a dream matchup. Now, Mariah Carey and Beyonce, I did a video talking about that. Mariah Carey and Beyonce, they were saying that I think it was L.A. Reid that said that he would like to see Beyonce versus Mariah. And Beyonce, as dope as she is, she ain't fucking with Mariah Carey. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Music-wise. Now, performance-wise, Beyonce all day. But music-wise, ain't nobody fucking with Mariah Carey. Except maybe Whitney Houston if she was still alive, but I don't even think Whitney could have, you know, because Mariah had fell off and came back like twice in her career. But ain't nobody messing with Mariah when it comes to that. But is there anybody else y'all want to see in the versus battle? Anybody else you want to see in the versus battle? You said I love Mariah's music. Yeah, Mariah is a legend, like triple legend, and Mariah really kind of helped usher in. Well, she's a pivotal part of some of the success in hip hop because she brought a lot of that hip hop shit to the pop world. Go back and look at when she started collaborating with all those rappers. At first, she was this, you know, goody two shoes girl with emotions. She was singing like grown women songs, right? But then she started working with Diddy and working with Jermaine Dupri and working with Bone and Jay-Z and everybody. And she brought a lot of those hip hop elements into the mainstream because she was the pop princess, right? But Mariah got bangers, hip hop bangers for sure. So I really respect her. Usher versus Chris Brown. I think me and PM had actually talked about that. Usher versus Chris Brown. Would that be a good battle? Because I know Usher actually has songs that are definitely like the whole Confession album. The Confessions album, come on, man. And I'm talking about 20 hits versus 20 hits. The Confessions album alone got a lot of B-sides and main hits, like, you know, singles that could really slaughter Chris Brown. So yeah, Usher versus Chris Brown. I mean, that'll be cool, but it feels like, you know, different generations almost. Yeah, Jay, I agree with you. Nobody fucking with Mariah musically. You damn right. Ain't nobody fucking with Mariah. Not like female R&B wise, you know what I'm saying? Because she had the pop world and the R&B world, for sure. We having a real good conversation tonight, y'all. But yeah, I think with the versus battles, they have to do superstar versus superstar, something that everybody really wants to watch. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, y'all. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get up off of here. Appreciate everybody for chiming in. Make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/RedsView. Follow me on Instagram at JAYR3D and follow me on TikTok, JAYR3D. Much love to everybody in the room. Make sure that you share this everywhere. I want to get exposed more. You know what I'm saying? I love going on these lives and having these conversations and stuff like that. So shout out to everybody for tuning in with Reds View today. I don't know. I might go live before Christmas or something like that. But yeah, you already know what hit me up, man. J Red, Reds View, signing out.